Hello, Motherhood Moments. My name is Mariam Pare, and I'm a mouth painter. Wow, I really think that the biggest challenge after my injury was not knowing whether or not I would ever be able to paint again. And, after my injury, I'd lost the use of my hands. And art was so important to me. I'd been an artist my whole life. I was going to school for art, and I had to find a way to have it back in my life. So one of the biggest challenges was trying to find how to have art back in my life. And that came to me in a way when during rehabilitation, an occupational therapist had to teach me how to write my name. So she told me to try by holding a pen in my mouth. And the first time that I wrote my name with my mouth, I noticed that the signature with my mouth was the same as it once had been with my hand. And at that moment, it was like a light bulb went off on my head, and I said, I can apply this to painting. I just might be able to paint this way. But you know what, I wasn't very good at the beginning, and I had to basically start all over. I had started with chicken scratches and stick figures, but I knew that the knowledge of how to paint was inside me, and I just had to find a way to bring it out. And so I kept developing myself as a mouth painting artist, and I got better all the time. I really think that that was my biggest challenge in the beginning, and I think sticking with it and staying determined to get better at painting by mouth was how I overcame that challenge. When I was in rehabilitation, one of the things the occupational therapist had to teach me how to do was how to write my name. And since I could not use my hand, she told me to try it by holding the pen in my mouth. And the first time I did this and saw that my handwriting with my mouth was the same as it once had been with my hand. And it was at this point that the light bulb kind of went off in my head, and I said, wow, I think that I could probably paint this way, when I discovered how much control I actually had with my mouth. And that's when I really began to try painting with my mouth and later developing myself as a mouth painting artist. The MFPA, or the Mouth and Foot Painting Artists, like you said, is an association of artists that I belong to, and artists that are in the association paint either like I do by holding the brush in their mouth, or they paint by feet for whatever reason that prevents them from using their hands. And artists in the association make a living by having our artwork reproduced in a variety of products, such as greeting cards and calendars. And really during this time of year, we have a lot of Christmas products that we really like to showcase, and that's how we make our living. And when I first started painting by mouth, I didn't know that there were other people who painted in this strange, unique way that I do, until I met somebody who was an artist in the association, and they encouraged me to apply for one of the scholarships, and I did. And back in 2005, I got a scholarship that allowed me to pay for art school and other things, and really hone my skill as a mouth painting artist and develop myself. And that's how I found out about the MFPA. And I mean, what a godsend, because nobody thinks that they're going to be a quadriplegic mouth painter when they're young, and yet here is this association that was made just for somebody who paints by mouth. And it allowed me to achieve my goal of becoming a professional artist and still making a living from my art despite my life-changing disability. I think what really drove me to become successful is my love of art, and really wanting to have art in my life and being the best artist that I could be despite being a mouth painter or painting in this unique way. I would be painting no matter what, and I'm just so glad that I had this way of painting so that I could continue to express myself artistically. And I think if I were to give advice to somebody else, it would be to not be discouraged by physical limitations. And if somebody really loves to do something, it's really worth working hard for, and maybe struggling through the times where you are discouraged. And if you keep going, there's often a grand payoff at the end. The holidays are our biggest push for the year to really showcase all of our wonderful Christmas products. And if you look behind me, you'll see some of our Christmas cards and our calendars and different things that we have to offer. And I really encourage people to go to our website at www.mfpausa.com to see all the wonderful things we offer for the holiday season. For more information to see the products that I have behind me and other Christmas products, you can go to our website at www.mfpausa.com.